service line in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
To serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Serves over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with the kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net, kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a reserve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Cope gets the kill.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening from Fargo Davies High School here tonight. It's a two-point contest for EDC Volleyball between the Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South 8-2 in conference play, while Fargo Davies sits at 6-3. I'm Chase Miller alongside Jake Watroba here tonight, and we got a good one on tap for you here in the EDC landscape as we're at the midway point here of the regular season, as particularly this week, a lot of two-point matches, and as we get ready for Thursday as well, more two-point matches where if you take care of business tonight for Fargo South and you take care of business against Wahpeton from the Bruin Den on Thursday, the Bruins could potentially be 12-2 in conference play. On the opposite side, if they were to lose both matches, they all of a sudden would be 8-6. And it's the same thing for the Fargo Davies Eagles, where if they win here tonight, they all of a sudden become 8-3 in the conference. Then they go to Red River up in Grand Forks on Thursday. You win that, then you're 10-3. If you lose both of them, Davies would actually be a game under 500 in the conference at 6-7. So it's the only time that South and Davies will meet in the EDC conference standings. Normally it's a double round robin, but since they only match up once, it is a 2-point win or a 2-point loss in conference play. Overall, it just counts as once. We'll get to that a little bit more later on as well. A busy night of EDC volleyball throughout the Red River Valley here tonight and on Thursday. Still to come, we'll get to our American Family Insurance, Chris Heisey starting lineups. Also, a whip around of what's going on in your live event tonight and throughout the week. A very busy night. But before then, let's dive into this matchup a little bit between the Bruins and the Eagles. For the Fargo South Bruins, trying to make the state tournament for the first time since 2014. Got ever so close last year, making it to a state qualifying game, but coming up short in that particular junction of a contest, as they won 5 straight matches, though here heading into play here tonight, including a 3-0 sweep over at West Fargo last week on Thursday. After tonight again for South against the Wahpeton Huskies on Thursday. Then they'll square off on October the 4th against the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, and the Fargo Metro Invite will be on October the 7th and October the 8th. Fargo South, 4 state titles in program history, 22 state tournament appearances, but again, the last coming in 2014. Fargo South, head coach by Peyton Wegleitner. On the opposite side for the Fargo Davies Eagles, 8 wins, 6 losses, 6-3 in the conference. For Fargo Davies, they've been a model of consistency throughout the last decade here in the EDC. From 2012 to last season, Fargo Davies has made the state tournament every year. So a decade running here for Fargo Davies to try to make it back to Bismarck here in November. The Eagles last season, 7th place finish. 2 years ago, 3rd place finish. They do have one state championship in program history coming over Bismarck Century in 2019. This varsity program a little over a decade old as well here for Fargo Davies, but this is a club, again, model of consistency. And the Eagles are head coached by Carolyn Olson. For Fargo Davies, they swept Wahpeton on the road last week on Thursday. Up next, as we mentioned, at Red River on Thursday night. A 2-point match, then they will square off with the Firebirds of Devils Lake for a 2-point contest next week before the Fargo Invite on October the 7th and the 8th. So that's a little look into the Bruins and the Fargo Davies Eagles here still to come. When we come back, we'll get to the latest EDC standings and other matches across the conference here tonight. Our American Family Insurance starting lineups and players to watch out for as well. It's the 8-2 Fargo South Bruins in the EDC going up against the 6-3 Fargo Davies Eagles. On paper, we should have a good one here tonight from Fargo Davies High School. It's EDC Volleyball on your live event.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
As we continue here on our pregame show, inching closer to the opening serve here tonight. Going to be about 7:30 here from Fargo Davies High School between the Bruins and the Eagles for EDC Volleyball. Entering play here this evening in the Eastern Dakota Conference for standings. 12 teams this season after West Fargo Horace is making their first year as a varsity program, which means the top 4 seeds earn a bye into the EDC quarterfinals. Then seeds 5 through 12 would be in a play-in match, or 5 through 8 would host a play-in volleyball match. So you want to be in the top 4, you automatically get to the quarters. If you're not in the top 4, you want to be a seed 5 through 8 where you get to host one more volleyball match upcoming here in the 2022 season. West Fargo Cheyenne entering play here tonight unbeaten. 11 wins in the conference, 0 losses. Fargo South second in the EDC, 2.5 games behind the Mustangs at 8-2. Then Fargo North is third with Fargo Shanley at 7-3. That's your top 4. At number 5 right now, tied for 5th is Grand Forks Red River, West Fargo, and the Fargo Davies Eagles. The Rough Riders, Packers, and Eagles right now 4 games behind West Fargo Cheyenne. Red River does have one more loss, but also one more win than West Fargo and Davies entering play here tonight. Then West Fargo Horace, the Hawks at 4-6, currently in that 8th position, 6.5 games behind Cheyenne, followed by Valley City, Wahpeton, Grand Forks Central, and Devils Lake. So that's a look at the EDC standings. A win here tonight for Fargo South, and then beating Wahpeton on Thursday. They could potentially be 12-2 in the conference, and that could set themselves up very nicely for trying to be a top 4 seed. If you're Fargo Davies, this isn't a must-win, but if you lose here against South, then you play Red River on the road on Thursday, and if you were to lose both of those matches, you might find yourself not as a top 4 seed entering the EDC tournament. So not a must-win by any means for Davies, but an opportunity for them to continue to get better. If they can pick up a win here tonight, it would vault them and put a lot of more teams combined really close together here in the EDC than already we have right now. Other games here tonight across the conference. Fargo North at Grand Forks Central for a 2-point match as well. All these are 2-point matches with Shanley at Cheyenne and Horace at Valley City. Non-conference play. Thompson Class B out of Region 2 going up against the Rough Riders in Grand Forks tonight. And then you have Devils Lake at Turtle Mountain also in a non region contests. Other games across your live event this evening, go to yourliveevent.com. That again is yourliveevent.com, or click subscribe on our YouTube channel, and you'll get notifications of upcoming broadcasts throughout the day. You have Enderlin and Northern Cass in a Region 1 Class B volleyball match in Hunter. Also in Minnesota, Bagley and Climax Fisher for Minnesota Volleyball, and Lake Park Audubon against Manobin Waubun. So again, go to yourliveevent.com for our upcoming schedule for games. We're back into the EDC for volleyball on Thursday night here on yourliveevent.com. Fargo North at West Fargo. Horace out at Horace High School on Thursday. So that is upcoming here for EDC Volleyball. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, get to some players to watch out for ahead of the Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins first serve. And we'll get to our American Family Insurance Chris Heisey starting lineups. That's all still to come here before the bottom of the hour. It's the Eagles and the Bruins. It's EDC Volleyball on your live events.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. With the Hope Golf Course, you can enjoy your personal time in town. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
As we continue here on our pregame show, getting closer tonight for the first serve of the starting lineups between the Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo South 8-2 in the conference, going up against Fargo Davies in the Eagles match at a 6-3 conference mark. Still to come, we'll get to some players to watch out for, but first let's get to our top poll across the state of North Dakota coming out last week. Every 2 weeks, the volleyball poll by the North Dakota Associated Press Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association of North Dakota comes out. And in high school volleyball in the Class A ranks was Fargo Cheyenne, the top team with 13 of the 14 first place votes, followed by Bismarck Century at number 2 in the state. Fargo North, the Spartans at 3, Jamestown 4, and Bismarck Legacy number 5. Fargo South receiving votes. They would be number 6, the next team outside the top 5, with West Fargo, the Packers, and Bismarck High, the Demons, also receiving votes. But again, the top 2, West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Bismarck Century out in the WDA here this season. It's been a balanced effort coming out there in WDA sports with Bismarck Century. You have Jamestown. Also got to give a lot of credit to what Bismarck Legacy has been able to do so far this year. Legacy 8-0 in conference play out in the West with Bismarck Century. Jamestown is third at 6-2 with Bismarck High at 7-3. And then St. Mary's is right there as well. Those are really your top 5 programs out in the WDA where you think those 5 could possibly make state. On the opposite side in the EDC, We talked about Cheyenne and North. We'll see South and Davies here tonight. Shanley's always quality. Red River's quality. West Fargo is pretty good. I think you're going to look about 7 teams that you can make an honest case that they should make the state tournament this year in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Well, let's take a look at some of the players to watch out for here this evening as the Fargo Davies Eagles are getting some of their final warm-ups and hits across here before we get to our starting lineups and the first serve here tonight. For Fargo South, when you take a look at their lineups here, Tegan Malo, a 6-foot junior middle blocker and mid-hitter, tallest player on the roster with Emma Dalby, the senior mid-hitter as well. That's a 1-2 wrecking crew for the Fargo South Bruins. If they get Dalby and Malo going, then all of a sudden you can go to an outside hitter as well. And then really good back row play by Amelia Hawley. She is the libero, and the setter here is a senior in Madison Jackson, who's got a good chunk of varsity experience for head coach Peyton Wegleitner. So for Fargo South, the same old continue to come out here and find the 1-2 combination of Dalby and Malo, and then you get that setter and Madison Jackson playing well. You could find yourself in a really good position here later tonight. On the opposite side for the Fargo Davies Eagles, head coach Carolyn Olson saying, we're slowly getting back to where we want to be. There's been 1 or 2 injuries throughout this year, but slowly getting back healthier, and she wants to see this thing really start ratcheting up here over the next couple of weeks as they get ready for their stretch run here as well in the month of October. But some of the players here, if you're going to take a look at Fargo Davies, their setter on the inside, junior Schlenker Hope, a 5'9", a junior setter. She's someone to watch out for. Also with her, you're going to have Kenzie Savageau, a senior defensive specialist here, a 5'7". Emma Lawlich, also a 5'2", going to be playing part of the back row. And then really it's going to be who are some of the players playing well on the outside here this evening for Fargo Davies. That'll always be part of the question here for the Eagles. Find that help on the interior, but also trying to get some of those hitters, whether it's a Derringer, whether it's a Lockway and company here. Derringer and Lockway both at 5'11". Derringer, the right side hitter, and Leah Lockway is the junior middle here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. Fargo Davies, 6 wins, 3 losses on the season. Fargo South at 8-2. And for these 2 particular programs, one been a model of consistency the last decade here in Fargo Davies, while the other in Fargo South. Been to state 22 times, but it's been nearly a decade since they made it to state in the Fargo South Bruins. That was in 2014. The EDC Volleyball Tournament gets underway in November. The final 2 days will be on Friday, November the 11th, the same day as the Dakota Bowl. And then Saturday, November the 12th, will be the EDC Championship and the 2 state qualifying matches. That is slated to be at West Fargo High School. And then you take a look at the week after that, the 17th through the 19th. It's high school state volleyball, Class A and Class B at the Bismarck Event Center. If you're a high school volleyball fan, you go out to the capital city during that time because it's really cool how they have it slated. The Event Center has Class B, for example, for all 3 days. The Exhibit Hall has Class A for all 3 days. They kind of break it down a little bit as well, where at noon it might be the B playing, A could be the at 1 o'clock and stagger it out a little bit. So if you're a volleyball fan, whether it's Class A or Class B, get on out to the Bismarck events that are coming up here in the middle part of November for some really good volleyball across the state of North Dakota. Class B, defending champ. That's the Linton HMB Lions back-to-back. Northern Cass, the best team so far in the latest poll at number 1. In Class B, the Jags unbeaten in Class B on the opposite side. For Class A, as we mentioned, the number 1 team is West Fargo Cheyenne, but Bismarck Century always is the team to beat once you get to November, a team that just continues to win title after title. Coming up, we'll get to our starting lineups brought to you in part by our friends at American Family Insurance with Chris Heisey's team. There to help serve and help meet your needs and requests from home, auto, commercial, and farm and ranch. That's still to come. Also, we'll get to the first serve here tonight between the Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins. Fargo Davies coming on a win last week against Wahpeton on the road as they swept the Huskies. While on the opposite side for Fargo South, they won 5 straight matches, including a 3-0 sweep over the West Fargo Packers last week on Thursday from the Bruin Den. They'll look to continue that here tonight on this Tuesday. A gorgeous night walking in. Better yet here for high school volleyball. The win for Fargo South would get them to 12 wins on the season, while win for Fargo Davies would get them to 9-6. That does it for our pregame show. We come back after this. It's starting lineups and the opening serve tonight between the Bruins and the Eagles. It's high school volleyball on your live event.
My name is Jared. Born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Let's get to our starting lineups here tonight, as brought to you in part by our friends at American Family Insurance. For more information for Chris Heisey's team, they're here to help serve and meet your insurance requests from home, auto, commercial, or farm and ranch. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there for you. Chris Heisey, agency with American Family Insurance. For more info, go online to chrisheisey.com. As for the Fargo South Bruins, they'll go with Amelia Hawley here, the 5'5 sophomore libero. Also Madison Jackson, the 5'7 setter. You have Emma Dalby and Genevieve Gard and Callie Bakul. You have Tegan Malo and Olivia Abel here for Fargo South. So one more time, Hawley, Jackson, Dalby, Gard, Bakul, Malo, and Abel here for Fargo South. Peyton Wegleitner, the head coach of the Bruins, coming in with a mark of 11 wins, 4 losses, and 8-2 in the Eastern Dakota Conference in their brown uniforms with yellow numerals and lettering outlined in black here at Fargo South, written across the front for Fargo South Bruins. Again, a 2-point match here in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Now we switch our attention from one side of the court to the other side here for the Fargo Davies Eagles. The Eagles head coach by Carolyn Olson with a mark of 8 wins, 6 losses on the year, and 6-3 in the conference here for the Fargo Davies Eagles, as they will go like this here for Fargo Davies out in their cardinal red uniforms with gold numerals and lettering outlined in white. Emma Lalich, the 5'2 senior, also with her, Allie Horner, the 5'9 senior setter. Going to have Kenzie Savageau, the 5'7 senior. You have Seiler, Kayla, the 5'9 junior. Leah Lockway, the 5'11 junior middle hitter. And Derringer, the senior. That is, again, Camelia Derringer, the 5'11 senior. And then from there, you're going to have Lauren Beth as well, here as sophomore for the Fargo Davies Eagles. So that's a look at the Fargo Davies roster again with Lalich, Horner, Savage, Seiler, Lockway, Derringer, and Beth. You're getting part of the rotation here this evening for the Fargo Davies Eagles. That again does it for American Family Insurance. Chris Heisey starting lineups. For more information, check them out in West Fargo on 13th Avenue or give that business number a call as well. Or check them out online at chrisheisey.com. Chase Miller alongside Jake Watroba with you here on this Tuesday evening as we're getting ready here for the first serve tonight between the Bruins and the Eagles. 2-point match, or you could really go up the roller coaster really quick or climb down the roller coaster really quick if you have a couple of losses, a couple of wins. Could propel you really quickly here in the EDC standings, while a couple of losses might put you back down the other side here. So this is a large match for either team. Fargo South 2.5 back of West Fargo Cheyenne in the EDC standings entering play tonight. Fargo Davies just 4 back. So a win for Davies, they would be a half game ahead of Fargo South. If they were to lose tonight, all of a sudden they become 3.5 games behind in the EDC standings, with this being a 2-point match. Good filing crowd, slowly but surely coming on in here to Fargo Davies High School, and doing the honors here for the Eagles would be Horner to get things served and underway. At 7:32 is our first serve here tonight. Serving to come here by Horner. This will be dug on the middle by Fargo South. Set up to the outside, able to get it over, but it hits the net on the hit there by the Bruins, and Ava Abel, and the point is awarded to the Fargo Davies Eagles as they now lead at 1-0. So Davies with the early lead here as they will continue to serve with Horner. Horner with a short serve. We'll see where this goes this time for Fargo South. To the middle, and able to get the dig in the back row was Lalich as she bumps it over on the third. Holly is there on the coverage. This one at the 10-foot line, just bumped over by Fargo South. There's going to be Lalich. Back set on the way. Tip upcoming. Covered by the Bruins, but a tip kill here for the Eagles. Derringer with a tip kill here for Fargo South. Let's give Derringer the kill on that one. So far, 2 for 2 from the service line. Coming up here for Horner. She'll come on one more time. That one to the back. Fargo South back set middle. This one going to be crossed by Dalby. Fargo Davies goes to the outside, coming down and delivering the hammer to the outside for Fargo Davies. It's Seiler. Seiler 1-2 combination, able to rise up on that one for the hit. And the Eagles now lead it by 3. Service here by Fargo South, a short knuckler. This one coming short off the net, and the point is awarded to Fargo Davies. So a really good start here for Horner, 4 for 4 from the service line. And so far, able to get the Eagles out front early. Service will continue by Horner. This one dug out in the back by Fargo South and guard. Into the middle by Dalby with the tip, but out of play, and it's 5 straight points for the Eagles. If you're Coach Carolyn Olson, you got to love this start so far here in the first set, as you found yourself up 5-0 as Horner continues to serve. There's going to be guard. This one gets over, and slapping one home is Seiler. Seiler hammers one home there. It's now 6-0. Gets Peyton Wingleitner quickly off the bench right now, making 1 or 2 smaller adjustments. You don't want to have to use a timeout early, but if this gets a couple more points by the Eagles, Peyton might have to do that. This one coming to the middle. Dalby back row. That's going to be out of play. Fargo South is asking for a touch at the net. Nothing is granted. And another point here for Fargo Davies. So the Eagles right now with a 7-0 rally to start this volleyball match. Serve continues. Fargo South. This one going to be bumped to the outside here for the Bruins. Down the line, blocked at the net. Dalby able to get that one over, but out of play as well. And Eagles right now taking advantage of some miscues here by the Bruins, and will break as well. It's Fargo Davies 8, Fargo South scoreless here in the opening points of this one. And set number 1, it's EDC Volleyball in your.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of. where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. With the Hope Golf Course, you can enjoy your personal time in town. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Great start for Fargo Davies on the opposite side for Fargo South. Some early adjustments for the Bruins and head coach Peyton Wingleitner here after 8 straight points here by the Eagles. And 8 for 8 from the service line is Hallie Horner. But there's been some mishits here by Fargo South so far where they've just been unable to start it with the very first point, hit the pole. Dalby on the last one trying to get the tip. Good spot, just couldn't keep it in the volleyball court. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's a 2-point, 4-point now. 8-point deficit here for the Bruins. Service will continue by Horner, and that's an ace. Horner, have yourself a night. 9 for 9 so far from the service line, and add an ace on top of it. And right now in set number 1, it is all Eagles here on this Tuesday night. Service will continue by Horner, a floater. This one comes short. Jackson's there for the set. Dalby blocked at the net. Lauren Beth with the block. Makes it 10-2 Fargo Davies now. Excuse me, that's going to be Barth with the block. That one comes short. Able to get over. Fargo Davies back set coming here. This one blocked at the net. Rally continues here by Seiler. And able to get it over on the second hit with Derringer. This one comes middle. That's going to be Dalby. Kept going here by the Eagles. Joust at the net, won by Fargo Davies. Fargo South right now just bumps it over. Longest rally so far of set number 1. Horner outside. Hitting one is going to be Seiler for the kill. Sailor, with another kill. Kayla has her third. It's now 11-0. As the Eagles right now nearly halfway to the 25-point plateau, and they get another ace. You heard everybody yell out. Nothing was granted here, and Peyton might take her second time out potentially here for the Fargo South Bruins. 12-0 Eagles, and if you're Fargo South right now, just get all the bad mojo potentially out in the first set. You might need a reset. But so far, we haven't seen a really good pass followed by a really good spike. And, well, there we get the set, and there we get the kill. Naya Lechek was able to get that one across. That will be with Olivia Abel. And for Fargo South, they get this side out, but not before it is 12-1 here for the Eagles. And Fargo South is going to get a couple points here after the ace. And the Bruins get on the board. Wachala on to serve. And she'll look for her second ace here. This one gets over. Tied at the net here for Fargo Davies with Horner back set. And Sailor is there to get it over on the third. This one gets chased down, and Fargo South will have 4 hits. And Fargo Davies earns the side out now at 13-2. Fargo Davies really efficient so far here in this first set. As the serve will come here with the Eagles and Kayla Sailor. She'll come on and do the honors here with a little running jump serve. That goes to the back. Holly is there. This one backs it on the way. Dalby through the double block for the kill. Give Jackson the assist. Give Dalby the kill. And for the Fargo South Bruins, trailing it by 10 on to serve. Here goes Fargo South. Matochnik will come on to serve here for the Fargo South Bruins. This one going to be tight at the net, kept alive here and trying to bump it over, unable to do so. We're going to have a lift violation, and Fargo South earns the points. As Fargo South will continue to serve. Nina goes down the line. Fargo Davies is there. This one gets tight at the net, covered nicely by Fargo South. Outside for Fargo South, blocked at the net after the hit there by Guard. Guard at the 10-foot line gets it over. Covered by Fargo Davies and Savageau, then pushed over on the second. This one comes Dalby for the kill. Emma Dalby with her second kill here in Fargo South after trailing 12-0 as a little 5-1 run right now here for the Bruins. Service upcoming. Match to check on to serve. This one going to get bumped over on the third, then by Fargo Davies and Derringer. Set outside Bruins. The back Lalich is there. This one comes across on the sprawl attempt by Fargo Davies and Horner, but unable to get that one onto the quarter play. And Fargo South right now storming back. Trailing by 7. Serve continues for the Bruins and the ace. Second ace here for Fargo South as they're continuing to play awfully inspiring here. 5 of 5 so far from the service line. And that'll be the announcer jinx. Service error on that one, but not before Fargo Davies sees that deficit or that lead that was at 12-0 trimmed down to now 14-7 here in this first set, as Lalich will come on and do the honors now for Fargo Davies. This one goes to the outside on the bump to guard down the line. Horner is there, then Horner will just have to bump it over on the third as she does. Jackson inside Dalby over a double block, kept alive by Saylor. Bumped over them by Fargo Davies and Horner. Outside here for Fargo South through the double block for the kill and the side out. Guard will get the kill here for Fargo South as they now trail at 14-8. But you just feel like if Fargo South gets another 3-4 points consecutively here, we're going to have ourselves go right down the wire here in set number 1. And that is going to be the point. Good serve right off the bat here for the Bruins and Emma Dalby. As Dalby will come back on here for the Bruins, trying to get to that double-digit mark here in set number 1. And that'll be a service error, the second as a team for Fargo South. And Fargo Davies earns the points. You put yourself in such a big hole. You just have to find those 3 to 4 point rallies in a row and then have a quick side out if you're a Fargo South fan. As they're able to get this one over on the third, comes across to Seiler. This one bumped to the 10-foot line, able to go down the line here. Fargo South Jackson with the bump to the outside to guard. Covered nicely by Fargo Davies and Savageau. Savageau with the tip, unable to get it over the net. And the Bruins earn the side out. Serving here for the Bruins will be Jackson, the setter, a senior at 5'7" here for Fargo South. This one goes to the back row. Lockway bumps it over. This one then fisted with the right hand of Savageau. To the middle here. Malo with the kill. Tegan Malo. That will start things off quickly for Fargo South. And Malo can get going for the 6-foot junior. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. This by Fargo Davies. We'll break with them. Fargo Davies leads by 4. It's the first set of an EDC volleyball match tonight here on your. Chase Miller, Jake with trouble with you here on this EDC volleyball match. And after 12 straight points by Fargo Davies to get up 12-0, it's been 11-3 run in comparison now for Fargo South to get where we are right now on the scoreboard, 15-11. Timeout taken by Coach Olson. Coach Olson will have one timeout remaining. The same can be said for the Fargo South Bruins, where they'll have one timeout remaining as well for Peyton Wingleitner here in this first set. Service by Jackson. It'll go to Lalich in the back row. Horner to the outside here for Fargo Davies. Gets it over on the third with Savageau. Jackson outside over the double block. In for the kill. Genevieve Guard earns the kill, her second one here in Fargo South. Now trails it just by 3. Fargo South will continue to serve here with Jackson. As she goes down the end line. Horner with the set. Lockway coming through here, and that'll be out of play. No hit at the net, and the point gets awarded to the Bruins. We've yet to have a tie here in this first set. It's the closest it's been since it's been 2-0 earlier in this set. The serve will continue on the way here for Jackson. This one by Seiler to the back row dugout nicely. Tip on the way, and the kill. Mela with the tip kill here for Fargo South. Her second kill of the set. And the Bruins now are 1 point away from tying this one up at 15 apiece. Lalich in the back. This one comes up into the rafters, and Seiler has to try to get it over. Somehow does. Fargo South outside tip up coming. Horner keeps it going. Lalich with the bump. Outside Savageau cross court. Tight at the net. This one on Fargo South side. They're going to ask that Fargo Davies came across, unable to get anything on that one, and the point goes to the Eagles. So Davies gets the side out here, and they'll be coming on to serve, as this will be with Kenzie Savageau. Savageau, the 5'7" senior for the Eagles. To the back, Hawley, Jackson, middle, Melo with the tip over the block. Kept alive by Lalich, able to bump it over then on the second. Jackson outside coming up here, blocked at the net, kept going here by the Bruins, and able to get it over on the third hit there by McCool. This one, middle, and Lockway levitated for the kill. Leah Lockway gets the kill that time for Fargo Davies. Now 17-14 Eagles. Good rally by both teams on that particular volley, but Lockway just pulled the ripcord there on that one for the point. Service will continue here for the Eagles with Savageau. That one going to be an ace here for Savageau. Fourth ace of the set here for the Eagles as they lead at 18-14. Both teams with one timeout remaining. If 1 or 2 points come here for Davies, we might see a Bruin timeout. Service here by Savageau. Back set on the way. This one coming down the line. It goes right into the net. Able to punch it over there with Seiler, but out of play after that hit the right shoulder of an Eagle in Derringer and give the point now to Fargo South. Service here for Fargo South. This would be in Genevieve Guard to come on for the first time here today on the service line. Little running jump serve out of play. Third service error by Fargo South. In comparison, Fargo Davies with 0, and that's really the difference maker right now, where 3 points have been awarded just on the service line with errors by the Bruins to Fargo Davies. Fargo South sets Jackson outside here through the double block. The Eagles with Horner outside coming here with Seiler out of play, and that'll be a point now to Fargo South. 19-16 as the Bruins will look to get to a couple of points before Fargo Davies potentially gets to 20 before they do. Service here. This one will be in the back. Fargo South sets as Saylor able to get it over on the third. Jackson with the bump. On the back set, Lalich is there for the dig. Then Davies at the net one-on-one over the block. This one coming Dalby. And we're going to have a net violation here on Fargo Davies. So South earns the point. Down by 2. We saw this a little while ago at 16-14 as the Bruins with Hawley will come on and serve. Horner set up. That one going to hit the post and out of play. And the point now to the Bruins. Closest it's been since we started this set here, and the serve will be coming with Hawley. Amelia. Going to be close to an ace, and that will be the point for the Bruins. And we're knotted at 19 apiece. It's our first tie of set number one. Hawley can give Fargo South their first lead of this volleyball match at the service line. Fargo Davies, Sailor going cross court, kept alive here by the Bruins to the outside here for South. Down the line, no touching on a player after they hit there by Abel, and we're tied at 20 apiece. Excuse me, now 20-19 Fargo Davies after the side out. Service here for Fargo Davies with Hallie Horner at 3 aces. The first time got Davies out to that 12-0 start on this one. Abel through the double block. Fargo South able to push it over. Lalich is there for the Eagles. Outside, Sailor able to bump it over on the third. This one coming near side for Abel. Sailor is there. Fargo Davies back set on the way. Tipped across. Nice spawn attempt here by the Bruins, and they got to bump it over on the third with Jackson. Lalich, corner, set. Sailor over the top. And Fargo South able to push it over then with guard. Back set on the way. Blocked at the net. And we're going to have a net violation. Actually, it'll be 4 hits. They'll say it never went over the net. And we're tied at 20 apiece. Volleyball first set that has taken 20 minutes so far. It's been awfully good in set number one. Didn't start that way for a Bruin fan, but since it was 12-0 Fargo Davies, it's been all Fargo South in this first set. Sailor and a pancake there by Hawley to keep the rally and volley going. This one, Horner outside, Sailor for the kill. (21-20) now for Davies as they'll be on to serve here with Kayla. Kayla comes on here for the Eagles. That'll be a cross on the pass and the ace for Fargo Davies. Now 3 points away from taking set number one. Time on the floor, we'll break with them. Fargo Davies up by 2.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Time up on the Fargo South Bruins, their second and final one of set number one. Bruins playing awfully tough right now here against Fargo Davies as the Eagles lead it by 2 points. But again, set number one felt like Davies was going to go away easily to take the first set up 12-0. But then Fargo South came storming back, tied at 19, tied at 20. Coming up in between set one and set two, we'll get to our First Class Mortgage set recap. Fargo South Bruins fans chanting, "Let's go Bruins" on the opposite side here for Fargo Davies. Their student section, clad in all black, on to serve here with Seiler. As Kayla will come on here, Fargo Davies 3 points away from taking set number one. After the timeout, where does Fargo South go? Jackson back set. This one goes to Dolby across the way. Fargo Davies trying to get it over on the third as they do. That's short. Jackson sets it up to the outside here. This one blocked at the net. Fargo South able to get it over, though, on the third hit. Horner set up outside. Savage Joe through the double block. Hawley is there. This one coming Jackson. Bumped across 10-foot line. Able to get that one over. Horner, Lalich. This one gets punched by Fargo Davies. Jackson, Dalby off the block for the kill. And with Dalby with the kill, the Bruins have a chance to tie things up at 22 apiece. Majetic will be on to serve. Horner to the outside here for the Eagles. This one gets set up outside and for the kill. Guard with the kill for Fargo South, and we're knotted at 22 apiece. As Majetic will come on and serve. 5'5" senior for the Bruins. Majetic down the line. Seiler is there. Horner bumps. And at the 10-foot line, able to get it over on the third is Fargo Davies. This one, Malo for the kill. Excuse me, Dolby for the kill. That's her fourth. And for the first time tonight, Fargo South has a lead. Tied at 19, tied at 20, tied at 22, and now South 2 points away from taking set number one. This one bumped outside, cross court. That's going to be a kill for the Eagles. And Savageau. Savageau having herself a nice evening so far for Coach Carolyn Olson, tied at 23 apiece. Service upcoming here for the Eagles with Lalich. Goes to Hawley. This one back set by Jackson. Dalby gets it over then on the third. Horner will use this one back set on the way. The lefty hit by Fargo South there, and Derringer by the Eagles, and it will result in a point for Fargo Davies. So Davies 1 point away from hanging on to take set number one. Hit upcoming here. South in the back there with Wachala. Outside on the way, blocked at the net. Kept alive, though, by Fargo South. They'll go back to Genevieve Guard. This time gets it over with a little bit more of a tip. Fargo South wants a lift. Nothing was given. Jackson, this one, Dalby, Hill. Look out for an indentation in the volleyball court when Emma Dalby hits one there. Her fifth kill of the set. We're knotted at 24 apiece. Dalby. That one is a very hard-hitting ball when Emma Dalby is at the front row as she'll come on and serve here for the Bruins. Dalby down the line. Lalich. Seiler able to get it over then on the third. Jackson set outside. This one blocked at the net. The Bruins with it with Guard. Able to punch it over then by Jackson. Lalich with the pass. This one set up middle but to Lockway for the tip. Fargo South with the cover there. This one getting cross court for the kill. And Fargo South with Guard earns that one. 25-24 Bruins with a set point upcoming for Fargo South. Dalby will come on. Seiler, Lalich with the bump. Able to get it over by Savageau then on the third. This one tied at the net. Dump up coming. Fargo Davies covers. This one hit over then on the third by Savageau. Jackson working with it. Malo with the tip. Fargo Davies with a push. Dalby's there for the Bruins. This one outside through a double block again on the hit by Guard. Fargo Davies coming to the outside with Savageau and kept alive by Majek. This one coming with Guard. Fargo Davies getting one over. The Bruins wanted a lift, nothing given. Dump kill opportunity there by Fargo South. Middle, Lockway, tip, covered by the Bruins. Joust at the net, and we're going to have a net violation, and this will go on the Bruins. And we're tied at 25. You heard the whistle, and everybody paused to see who it was going to be on, and it is on Fargo South. Fargo Davies on the serve here with Derringer. Set up middle, Malo back, Lalich. And we're going to have a net violation on Fargo Davies this time. So South now with their second set point opportunity. Service upcoming here for Fargo South and Madison Jackson. Jackson. Lalich in the back. This one set. Lockway kept alive nicely by Fargo South. Then a kill at the net. The 1-2 combination of Horner and Lockway. We're going to get Horner with the kill. And we're tied at 26 apiece. Tied at 24, tied at 23, tied at 25, and 26. Nip and tuck here to close out set number one. Fargo South outside coming here, unable to get that one over on the hit. was guarded for Fargo Davies. It'll be their first opportunity at a set point here in this first set. Service upcoming here with Savageau. Running jump serve for the ace, and that'll do it. Savageau with the 6th ace as a team for Fargo Davies. And the Eagles take set number 1 by a final of 28-26. Set 2 coming up next on your live.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7. If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As we continue here, and we'll get to our First Class Mortgage recap here for our first set. Back and forth between the Bruins as Davies takes set number 1, 28-26 over Fargo South here. If you're just joining us, set number 1 looked like it was going to be all Fargo Davies as they were up 12-0. And here came the Fargo South Bruins just ever so closely making their way back with point after point and good rally after rally. They got it down to 2 points at 15-13, 16-14, 19-17, but then tied it up at 19 apiece and had a chance when they were up 23-22 to put the set away. Also, when they were up 25-24 and 26-25, Fargo Davies, after losing that 12-point lead, came back and had a good rally and resiliency to win set number 1, 28-26. That is our First Class Mortgage set recap. 4 aces for Fargo South, 6 for Fargo Davies. First Class Mortgage, more than just their company name, it's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. Chase Miller, Jake Wetruba with you here as we get ready for second set on this 25th Street showdown between the Fargo Davies Eagles and the Fargo South Bruins. Jake Wetruba doing the camera work here tonight, also behind the scenes throughout the season. Go to YourLiveEvent.com for more games upcoming here throughout this week, including Fargo North at West Fargo Horace on Thursday night for more EDC Volleyball. This one set middle, and Dolby earns the kill. Dolby gets her first one of this second set, and unlike in set number 1, South will start with a lead here in set number 2. As Hawley will do the honors to the other libero and Lawlich. Seiler is there, cross on the bump. This one able to get over then on the third on the left-handed hit by Derringer. This one comes down the line for the kill. Unwind and delivered for Ava Abel. 2-0 Fargo South. Service will continue here. Lawlich, Horner, outside, cross court. Derringer dug out nicely by the Bruins, and They're playing cross court with it. And somehow get it over on the third hit there by guard. Hawley with the bump. This one tipped to the back left corner. Lalich is there. That one very tight. But South does a really good job, and Olivia able to get back-to-back kills here for the Bruins. Really nice touch there by Abel. Lalich was kind of in a rock between a hard spot. Do you let it go out or do you let it play? And she tried to play and unable to keep that one going for Davies. Horner outside. Derringer cross court covered. This one tied at the net. Jackson able to get it over on the second hit. Then Lockway returns the favor on the first one for the Eagles. Hawley to the outside here for Fargo South. Cross court. Here comes Fargo Davies. Backs at Derringer. The Bruins right now with Hawley. This one back across, and that's the kill. Find the hot hand, and Olivia Abel with 3 straight kills here for the Bruins gives Fargo South a 4-0 lead, trying to give Davies the same medicine that they took in set number 1 after Davies had 12 straight points to open up the set. Horner sets up middle, Lockway through the double block. South keeps it alive. Hawley bumps it over to the outside cross court. There is Abel. This one coming, trying to get it over on the second was Horner. Push right back over. This one tight, and Davies unable to get it over the net. 5 straight points by the Bruins. 2-point EDC volleyball match here this evening. A win for Fargo South would get them to 10-2 in conference play, while a win for Fargo Davies would get them to 8-3. This one set up to the outside, able to get it over. Jackson set middle, Dalby. Davies then with the push. Or does Fargo South go back to Dalby for the kill? Emma Dalby, her second kill of this set. 7 so far. We got her down 4 in this volleyball match, and Fargo South leads it 6-0 over the Fargo Davies Eagles in EDC Volleyball here tonight in this second set. Lalich in the back with the dig. Horner sets up Lockway with the tip across, covered nicely by the Bruins. They'll have to get it over on the third. As they do, they go short. Horner is there for the Eagles. Outside, going down the line, Fargo South with Abel for the kill. Olivia Abel, have yourself a set. Her 4th kill here in set number 2. And South up 7-love. And we'll get a rotation here with a substitution potentially coming up next. Instead, we get a serve. Horner trying to get this one over, and coming underneath is going to be Seiler here for the Eagles, and the point goes to the Bruins. As Derringer will check out, coming in for Fargo Davies will be Mackenzie Olsen here. As Olsen, the 5'9 junior, serve upcoming for Hawley. Lalich in the back. This one comes through, and Fargo Davies able to get it over on the third. Fargo South, Dalby over a double block and gets the kill. Dalby with her 3rd kill of this set, and it's all Bruins here in set number 2. Why we see a 12-0 rally here by Fargo South, as we saw from Davies in the first set. Lalich with the dig. Horner at the 10-foot line. Cross court. Hawley is there. Jackson outside. Abel through the double block. Lalich with the dig. Horner punches it over on the second. Fargo South blocked at the net there with Abel, and give that block on the way to Mackenzie Olsen. So Davies gets the side out, and now we'll see if they can work with it. Well, sometimes sports just all about who's got that momentum and the start is set. It's been either club in set 1. Davies set 2 South. Dalby blocked at the net, kept alive though by the sprawling attempt here by the Bruins. Horner sets it up middle to Lockway for the kill. Leah Lockway, her first kill here of this second set, her 3rd of the contest. And now service upcoming here for Fargo Davies with Seiler. Seiler will come on here for the Eagles. As the Eagles trailing it by 7 here in the second set. This one comes Jackson to the outside, going through for the kill. Abel's starting to heat up here for Fargo South, and we'll have a rotation here. Olivia, the 5'9 senior, as Marissa Wachala, the 5'1 senior, will be on to serve. 10-2 Bruins. Wachala goes down the line. Horner is there. This one comes to Lockway, cross court. Fargo South able to get it over on the second hit there. Horner and Lalich will bump it over then on the third. Where does Fargo South go? Here they go outside to Abel, and that'll be out of play. No touch at the net, and Davies is awarded the point. Set number one went extras, 28-26. As Lockway will come on here now for the Fargo Davies Eagles. Lockway with a little running jump serve. This one comes to the back set. Dolby trying to punch it over, unable to do so, and the Eagles will take back-to-back points. As the serve will come on here again with Leah Lockway, the junior, 5'11", got some varsity action last year as a sophomore. And part of that starting rotation for head coach Carolyn Olson this year. Fargo South at the 10-foot line, able to bump it over with Abel, but out of play. And the point is awarded now to the Eagles. 10-5, and Fargo Davies down by as much as 9-1. Able to cut that deficit down to 5 here. Set up middle, Dalby through the double block. Horner keeps it going to the outside now for the Eagles. Fargo South, Jackson tries to punch it over, does. There is going to be Barth then for Fargo Davies. Jackson, middle, Dalby through that double block. We're going to have a net violation here on Fargo Davies. The point goes to the Bruins. Point upcoming here for Fargo South as they will come on and serve as well. As Nino will come on. Good serve to the back row. Horner is there. Back set. This one comes down the line. To the outside. Abel. Horner. Seiler. And bumped over then on the third by Lalich. This one comes middle for Dalby for the kill. Emma Dalby with her 9th kill of the match, and it's the Bruins up by 7. Medichik will come on and serve. And she earns the ace. Nina with her 2nd one of the night. Fargo South right now getting that back to an 8-point lead. Their largest lead in set number 1 is 9. Set number 2, is 9. Horner outside here for Fargo Davies, unable to get it over the net. And the Bruins right now up 14-5. Service upcoming here for Fargo South. Rena will continue to serve. This one comes, 10-foot line, able to get that one over. Jackson outside here, Abel for the kill. Excuse me, that's going to be Genevieve Guard there for the kill. And we have a rotation, substitution here for Fargo Davies. Fascinati will come on. Fallon, a freshman here for Fargo Davies. Service will continue, though, for Nina. This one goes to the outside here. Paginati. Good attempt by Fargo South to keep it going. And a kill again here for Emma Dalby. Excuse me, for Genevieve Guard. Fargo South right now up 16-6 here. Bruins trying to get this back to 1 set apiece. Fargo South playing awfully well here in set number 2. Lalich there with the dig. Back set on the way for the Eagles. This one unable to get over the net. And the Bruins starting to pull away here in set number 2. As we have it now at 17-5. Service for Fargo South. Horner sets it up. Seiler through the hit and the kill for Fargo Davies. And that is a kill in the back. And Seiler earns the kill there for the Eagles. And the Eagles will need a rally right now and a little bit of a run. Mackenzie Olson will come on and serve here for Fargo Davies. Also a little bit of a running jump serve into the back. Jackson is there for the bump. This one outside as that's going to go with guard for the kill. Genevieve. A couple of kills here in the last handful of minutes. Now for the Fargo South Bruins as they lead it 18-6. Fargo South entering play tonight. 11 wins, 4 losses, 8-2 in the conference. That one hits off the ribbon of the net. Set up outside here for the Eagles cross court. Fargo South goes into the back to Dalby. Lalich is there for the dig. Outside again, this one tipped on the Fargo Davies side. And then just bumped over on the third. This one coming here for the Bruins to the middle. Dalby looking for the tip and is going to get awarded the points. Now 19-6 here for Fargo South. Service upcoming here for the Bruins, and Emma Dalby will continue. This one to the back, and Dalby earns the ace. Second ace of the set. It's now 20-6. Fargo South. Service here for Dalby and the Bruins. Lalich there with the dig. Horner bumps it over. This one going to be for the kill, then the guard. And the Bruins right now putting it on the Eagles here in set number 2. Got up 9-0. Fargo Davies able to close it at 11-5. But since then, a 10-1 run here by Fargo South. Dalby able to get that one. Seiler with the dig. Horner outside upcoming here for the Eagles for the kill. Paginati able to earn that one for the Eagles. Service upcoming here for Fargo Davies with Fallon. Serve upcoming. Fargo South, we'll see where they go. Coming over that slide was Dalby, That was Malo for Fargo South. Bumped over. Seiler bumps it over then on the third. Bruins going to the outside here. Down the line for the kill. Genevieve Guard starting to get into that double-digit plateau for kills here tonight. It's now 22-7 Bruins. Service here for Fargo South with Jackson. As Jackson will come on here. The back left corner. Horner outside. And Seiler is blocked at the net. And a point goes to Fargo South. Emma Dalby on the block that time for the Bruins. This one going to the outside Seiler. That'll be in for the points. Seiler with the kill. And now for Fargo Davies, trying to at least get something good brewing in your way as we get ready for set number 3. Lalich to serve. This one coming to the middle. And for the kill for Malo. Tegan and Fargo South now will have a set point opportunity here in the second. 24-8, the opportunity here now for Fargo South to put this one to bed in this second set. As Gar comes on to serve. Lalich is there to the outside. Seiler able to get the tip covered away by Jackson. And the point will go to Fargo Davies. But right now, Fargo Davies, as we mentioned with Lalich at the service line, will try to at least bare minimum get a couple of points in a row and get something going here as we get ready for the third set. This one comes for Fargo South. Outside, blocked at the net after they hit there by Abel. And the point is awarded to Fargo Davies. And we'll see if we have the rotation proper here. And where everybody was for both Fargo South and Fargo Davies right now. As they're checking the scores table here to make sure everything is good of where it is. It'll be Fargo Davies will have the rotational error, so the point will be awarded to Fargo South. And Fargo South will take set number 2, 25-9. So set 1 goes to Davies, set goes to Fargo South. Who's going to take control of this one when we come back here on your live event?
American Family Agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family Agent.
American Family Insurance.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
Time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Let's get to our set recap brought to you in part by our friends at First Class Mortgage. For more information, you can check them out on 13th Avenue in Fargo or go online to firstclasscorp.com. That's firstclasscorp.com. And very reminiscent to the first set, the only thing different in the second set, instead of Fargo Davies starting 12 love up on the scoreboard, it was Fargo South getting up 9-1. And then the three musketeers of Emma Dalby, Genevieve Garb, and Olivia Abel, they just continue to have kill after kill after kill, which means Maddie Jackson or Madison Jackson right now continues to get assist after assist after assist. The Bruins doing a better job in terms of the passes to get to the setter to either get to either hitter in the second set. As for Fargo Davies, where does Coach Carolyn Olson go here to change things up a little bit in the third set? Set number 1 went to Fargo Davies 28-26. Set number 2 to Fargo South 25-9. And that is our set recap brought to you in part by First Class Mortgage. They're more than just their company name. It's the way they do business. Go online again to firstclasscorp.com. The Bruins and the Eagles here in EDC Volleyball after tonight for Fargo South. They will host the Wahpeton Huskies in a 2-point match on Thursday from Fargo South High School. Well, for Fargo Davies, they'll make their way up to Grand Forks River and play the Rough Riders for a 2-point match on Thursday night. So a week here for Fargo Davies that they're going to get challenged. Currently playing the second best team in the conference, and the Bruins entering play here tonight, then going up against a team that they're tied with for 5th place in Red River for Fargo Davies here on Thursday. Service here by the Eagles to get things going with Horner. This one comes across, Lockway outside Seiler through the double block, and Seiler gets the kill. Seiler with the kill, and Fargo Davies gets up here in set number 3, up early. Horner will continue to serve. This one to the middle. Dalby going to be blocked at the nets. And give that block on the way to Derringer. 2-0 Eagles. We'll see if this continues where the team that gets the first points gets on a rally. And instead, Fargo South says, not this time. Backs it on the way. But Cool was able to get that kill. And for Fargo South, they will come on and do the serve. Wachala. Here for Fargo South, Marissa, as the Bruins trail it by a point. Early in the third set. Winner gets up 2-1. This one hit over slightly there by Derringer to the outside. This one gets over on the third and in, as that's going to be a tied up third set now after the kill to Abel. Tied at 2 apiece. And for Fargo South, they'll come on here to continue with Wachala. Tough one there if you're in the back row, where it felt like that volleyball was going to go out of play, but then all of a sudden just ever so quickly just takes a nosedive right into the court. Tied at 2. This one set up, Lockway out of play on the hit. Now 3-2 Bruins. Fargo South will take their first lead here of the third set, as Wachala will continue. The Bruins with a win here tonight will get their 12th of the season. Fargo Davies with a win would pick up their 9th of the year for the Eagles. In the back is Fargo Davies set up for Lockway for the kill. Lockway comes up with a kill, and we're tied at 3 apiece. And Seiler will come on and serve now for the Eagles. As Kayla Seiler hits the top of the netting here. Jackson backs it on the way. Dalby through the double block and the kill. Fargo South now with the point advantage. 4-3 Bruins. Still to come on our post-game show, brought to you in part by our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. We'll hear from a victorious player or coach. So get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge Energy and more. That's all to come on our Tommy's Express post-game show. Dalby with another kill. We got Emma for 11 so far here tonight. And Fargo South now, a couple of points in a row here. Manichik will come on and serve. This one back set, and that is going to be a kill on the way to Derringer. Side out here for Fargo Davies. We got this kind of back and forth at the end of set number 1. Set number 2, all Bruins from start to finish. They never trailed in the second set. This one, Dalby, cross court, gets back over on south side as they'll use it here to the outside for the kill. Genevieve Gar now in double digits for the Bruins. Guard-Son able to make a good pass, gave it to Jackson. Jackson gave it back to Guard. As Mela will come and play the front, coming out will be Amelia Hawley now for the Bruins, and to serve is Emma Dalby. Volleyball match that got underway nearly an hour ago at 7:32 as we're getting to the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour here. South hits one into the net, and that is their first service error since the first set here for South. Their 4th of the match. And for Fargo South, Walich will come on to serve here for Fargo Davies and the Eagles. Guard goes down the line. Corner outside here for the Eagles. This one's tied at the net to the middle here. Getting that one over is going to be Malo. Tip on the way for Fargo Davies. This one's set up here down the line. That'll be in and a point. Gord with the kill here for Fargo South. As Horner again is the setter here. Fargo Davies with Kate Langang now is the libero. And Lalich playing in the back row here for the Eagles. 7-5 though Bruins on our scoreboard as Langang is there for the pass. Outside here, and that'll be out of play after that hit by Fargo Davies and Paginate. Now 8-5 Bruins. As a serve will come here for the Fargo South Bruins. But Jackson will continue. Fargo South getting a little bit of separation here now in this third set. Jackson goes down the line. Horner is there. Set up middle, back left corner, and a nice find there for Fargo Davies. As Borth is there for the kill. And service upcoming here for Fargo Davies now will be Fallon Paginate. So Carolyn Olsen switching up her rotation a little bit in this third set. Trying to find that balance. As this one's going to be kicked by Jackson, which you can do in volleyball as long as it's continues in the motion, but the point is awarded to Fargo Davies. Davies trying to tie this one up. Maybe the first tie since it was 3 apiece. Jackson back set on the way here for Fargo South down the line. Paginante was there. Outside Seiler with the tip. This one to the outside. That one's going to be out of play. No touch after the net after the hit by guard, and we're knotted at 8 apiece. Sometimes you get just a normal tip over. Sometimes you get more of that power or aggressive tip, which is what Seiler used that last time for the Eagles. This one will be off the hands of Hawley. Kind of found herself in no man's land there, and an ace here for Fargo Davies. Paginante with the ace. That's her first, and the 7th as a unit here for Fargo Davies tonight. Hawley, Jackson, outside, through the double block, kept alive, back at the net. The joust is going to be won by Fargo South. Is coming over the middle center court line is going to be Horner, and the Bruins tie things up at 9 apiece. Service coming for Fargo South and Genevieve Guard. Guard with the running jump serve. So dug on the back by Fargo Davies to the outside here. To Seiler. Fargo South out of play. There was no hit there or touch after the spike by Abel. That's now Davies at 10-9. Back and forth we go here in set number 3. Now will be the libero and Kate Langang here for Fargo Davies on to serve. Langang does this one. Will come to the 10-foot line for Jackson. Malo with the tip and kill. Tegan Malo read that one perfectly, pulled the change up there, and we're not at a 10 apiece. Quick volleyball here in this third set. Haven't seen a lot of longer rallies as the Bruins will come on here for the serve. Horner outside on the way. This one blocked at the net, but Seiler earns the kill. Now 11-10 Eagles. Seiler with her second kill of the set. Service upcoming here for Horner. Horner comes up short. Jackson back set here. Fargo Davies. Seiler gets it on the cross-court hit. As Fargo South sets up Abel on the third. Seiler does a good job keeping it with. Trying to dump there was Horner, covered by Fargo South. This one gets back over then on the third. Derringer gets it over, and the kill for Fargo Davies. The Eagles up by 2. Derringer with her 5th kill of the match, her second here of the set. Now Fargo Davies leads it by 2 points here, as they will continue to serve with Horner. This one comes to the middle, able to push that one over, back left corner. Horner backs it on the way. Derringer unable to handle that one. And a side out here for Fargo South. Service for the Bruins in Wachala. Going to be part of the one of the better names you hear throughout the season. A name also you don't hear of too often. Marissa Wachala to serve. Horner, middle, Lockway sets it up for the kill. Give Horner the assist, Lockway the kill, and the side out here for the Eagles as they lead it now by 2. Service upcoming here for Fargo Davies. This one will come outside on the way, blocked at the net, and in for Derringer. 14-11 as the Eagles will come on and serve with Seiler. Seiler with the serve. Hawley, Jackson, set up here, Dalby. Langang. Seiler in the back, able to get it over then on the third. Jackson set up middle, Dalby with the tip. Covered, they got to get it over on the third with Lockway. Fargo Davies is able to do so. Outside here, this is going to be a kill here for Fargo South in Abel. Side out here for the Bruins. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in this third set winner to go up 2-1 and a chance to close out the opposition in set number 4. High school volleyball tonight here on yourliveevent.com. This one to the outside, pushed across, and that'll be out of play by Paginante. Fargo South now a point from tying and even this one up at 14 apiece. Service upcoming here for the Bruins. Nina, a 5'5" senior. This one will be out of play, and a point is awarded to the Eagles. Now 15-13. Service upcoming here with Lockway. Leah will come on for the running jump serve here to the back, and that'll be in for the ace. Lockway, you couldn't have drawn up any better to have split not one but two Bruins in the back, and then also hit the line for that one to be in, as Lockway will continue to serve. As she does, goes into the middle here. Jackson with the set outside for the kill here with guard. Well, that outside hitter has been awfully well tonight with guard and able for the 1-2 combination here for Fargo South. Serve upcoming here for the Bruins and Emma Dalby. Dalby, a 6-foot senior, having a type of year where that's an all-conference worthy kind of a year, you call it. And just miscommunication there for the Bruins after they hit. And Davies will take advantage, now up by 3 at 17-14. Service upcoming here for Lalich, here for the Eagles. As they'll come on, this one to Hawley. Set up, and we'll have a double hit here by Fargo South. That'll be 18-14, and a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well with them. Fargo Davies a little breathing room here in this third set.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community. One that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. With the Hope Golf Course, you can enjoy your personal time in town. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
As we continue here from Fargo Davies High School, it's Fargo Davies 18, Fargo South, the Bruins 14 here. The Eagles took set number 1 for those of you just joined us, 28-26. Then in set number 2 was all Fargo South from start to finish, 25-9. And it's been back and forth here in this third set where Davies got up 2-0 to start. And we had a bunch of ties, tied at 8, tied at 9, tied at 10. But since it's been tied at 10, an 8-4 advantage for Fargo Davies right now. As the serve will be upcoming with Lalich here for the Eagles. As Emma will come on here to the line. This one to the back here for Fargo South. High into the rafters. They'll have to get it over on the third hit, and they do here for the Bruins. Paginante off her back heel. This one gets over then on the second by Jackson. Trying to dump kill on the opposite side is Horner. Jackson outside for the out of play. There was no touch there by guard after they hit, and Davies earns the points. Davies trying to put this one away here in the third set with Lalich on his serve. This one be short. Coming across. This one's going to be with guard. Cross scored on the hit. Horner to the outside here for the Eagles. Blocked at the net and give the block that time on the way to Tegan Malo and Fargo South with the point. Service to Jackson here for Fargo South. He's had a really nice night so far from that setter spot. Horner set, coming middle through the block, unable to get it over there was Barth. And then we're going to get a point here for Fargo South. So back-to-back points by the Bruins as they trail it now by 3. Coach Olson for Fargo Davies does have 2 timeouts remaining. Bruin faithful chanting, "Let's go Bruins" in the background here, trying to rally their team on here in set number 3. Seiler with the dig. Horner to the outside for Fargo Davies. This one coming to the middle to Malo for the tip kill. Tegan with the tip kill on that hit. And now Fargo South trails it by 2 at 19-17. One more point by the Bruins. We'll see if Coach Olson elects to maybe use one of those 2 timeouts. Jackson with the serve and the ace. Fargo South so far tonight, 5 different players with an ace. They have 7 total, and they trail it by a point. Jackson will continue to serve on this one. Short again, as Langang was able to get there that time for the Eagles. This one set up outside. Lalich there down the line, hit over them by Horner. Here comes Fargo South middle. Malo for the kill. And it's a 19-19 volleyball match here in set number 3. See if Coach Carolyn Olson calls a timeout, and there's the break. We'll break with them. Timeout on the floor. Tied at 19 apiece between the Eagles and the Bruins. It's EDC Volleyball tonight from Fargo Davies High School on your live event. Jake Watroba running the camera. Chase Miller with you here from Fargo Davies High School EDC Volleyball tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. You can check out Your Live Event for other games going on throughout the Red River Valley here tonight in Minnesota and North Dakota. EDC Volleyball on Thursday, Fargo North at West Fargo Horace, with Joel Morgan will be on the call for you on that one. Coming up for Fargo South on Thursday, they will entertain the Huskies of Wahpeton, while Fargo Davies takes the trek up I-29 to play the Rough Riders of Grand Forks. That'll be Thursday night for the next 2 contests for the Eagles and the Bruins, respectively. Service by Jackson after the timeout by Fargo Davies. This one blocked at the net with Malo, and we're going to have a lift violation here on the Eagles. So Fargo South now 20-19 Bruins. Fargo South, it's their first lead since they led 8-7 earlier in this third set. Service by Jackson. Lalich is there. Horner to the outside to Paginante for the kill. Tied at 20 apiece. Tied at 2, tied at 3, 8, 9, 10, 19, and now 20 here in this third set. Jackson backs it on the way for the kill for Fargo South. Majestic was able to get that one. Nina, give the good set there that time by Jackson. And the Bruins now lead it by a point. Fargo Davies outside. Seiler for the kill. And it's 21 apiece. As Carolyn Olson with a little bit more of some instructions. Here's Langang on to serve. Hawley, this one coming middle. Malo through the double block. Fargo South able to get this one over then on the third, as they're able to do so with Abel. This one, Hawley's there on the coverage, and then we're going to have a violation here on the Bruins for a lift. And it's now 22-21, Fargo Davies. Service upcoming here for Fargo Davies. Was it touched at the net? Yes, they will say there was a touch with Abel. And the point is awarded to Fargo Davies, now 23-21, and the ace comes for Langang. Okay, Langang picks up her first ace of the night. And Davies 2 points away from closing out set number 3. Middle here for Mela with the tip. Horner there for the cover. This one to the outside. This will go to Seiler, trying to get through that double block. Outside upcoming here. Then there's going to be a block at the net. And Lockway and Horner is there for the block. Give that one to Lockway. It's now 24-21 at a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. Final timeout by Fargo South here in this third set. But the opportunity now for the Fargo South Bruins, trailing it by 3 as they see Fargo Davies 1 point away from taking set number 3 and getting up 2-1. Again, rally scoring up to 25. You got to win by 2. We've already gone past that in set number 1. Then if we get to set number 5, it would be up to 15 here in a modified set number 5 if we get there. But a good back and forth between Fargo Davies and Fargo South. If this is any indication of what the EDC tournament's going to look like, look out. You can really make a case. Cheyenne, unbeaten #1 team in the state. South is number 2 here in the conference. They had a 5-setter earlier this year with Fargo North. Shanley, Red River, West Fargo, and Davies all clumped together a little bit right now. That's your top 7. Then what does the Horace of Valley City potentially hold as we get into October? Can they play some spoilers? That is the question. Horace wins tonight at Valley City. Horace all of a sudden will get to 6-6 in conference play and be your number 8 seed. So you can definitely make a case for the top 7. Can Horace join the party and say they can make a case to possibly get to state as well? Seiler with the block, and it'll be out of play here. The question is, was it ricocheted off a Bruin head, or is it going to be out of play? And there was no hit, and it will be a block by Seiler, but not off the deflection off of a Bruin. So Fargo South still with a heartbeat here in the third set as Holly comes on to serve. Lalich with the dig. Horner outside. Seiler across court. There for Fargo South is Guard. Guard with the push over then on the third. This one Horner middle. Lockway for the game-ending set kill here in set number 3. Set number 3 goes to Fargo Davies, 25-22, as they're up now 2-1 here on your live event. It's EDC Volleyball tonight from Fargo Davies.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more
As we get to our first class mortgage set recap here, set number 3 again goes to Fargo Davies, 25-22 here on your live event. Set 1, 28-26 Davies, set 2, 25-9 South, and set number 3, 25-22 Fargo Davies. That again is our first class mortgage set recap here on your live event, where Davies got up early, tied at 8, tied at 10. Davies got up again. South came back, took a 20-19 lead ever so briefly, and Davies was able to hold on for the win. Also, fans, a reminder, check out the Lost in the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch at the Red River Valley Fair going on Fridays through Sundays until October the 30th. There's everything from a kid's straw bale maze, pumpkin bowling, cornhole, and more. Tickets are available at rivervalleyfair.com, ages 2 and under and free. Admission is $10. Again, that's the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch at the Red River Valley Fair. Fargo Davies able to get it over on the third. This one to the outside cross court. There's Paginante. This one at the 10-foot line by Seiler. Jackson, back set coming here down the line. Fargo Davies will try to use it. Now they just got to get it over on the third with Langang as they do. This one comes Jackson middle to the left, and that'll be out of play and a point here for Fargo Davies to get things going here in the fourth set. 1-0 Eagles. As we're going to double check here to see if that was out of play and make sure the rotation is good as well here for Fargo Davies as Horner is on to serve. As Horner will come on here. This one will be in the back. Jackson set up outside for the kill here for Fargo South. This will be with Abel. So Abel with the kill. We're knotted at 1 apiece, and Wachala comes on to serve here for Fargo South. Service here for Wachala. This one comes to the back to Langang. Fargo Davies outside, hit over with the left hand. Fargo South will try to get one over as they do for Abel yet again, her second straight kill, and the Bruins take the lead here in the fourth set. EDC Volleyball tonight between Fargo South and Fargo Davies, a 2-point volleyball match, which means, again, you win, you get 2 EDC conference points. You lose, well, you'll have 2 losses then in that category, so a large one here because Fargo South goes to 10-2 with a win, 8-4 with a loss. Davies goes to 9-3 with a win, and 6-5 with a loss here for Fargo Davies. Seiler on to serve. This one will be tight for Jackson. After the pass there by Dalby, it's now 3-2 Eagles. Service will continue here with Seiler. For Fargo Davies, the Eagles trying to close out the Bruins and don't have to worry about set number 5 here if they can win the fourth set. Back set on the way. Dalby cross court for the kill. Coming around on that slide is Dalby. Give the assist to Jackson. And Dalby again continues to be a stat stuffer here for the Bruins. Tied at 3 here in the fourth. As Nina will come on and serve. This one to the back left. Horner is there. Lockway for the kill. Leah Lockway gives Fargo Davies the serve right back here. As the Eagles will come on with Lockway. Lockway already with an ace in the last set. Received here by Fargo South. This one set up to the outside through the double block is going to be guard. Bumped and able to get it over as Dalby on the tip as Fargo Davies almost has players running into each other. Paginante able to get that one over then, and that'll be awarded for the kill. Sometimes it's not how you have it particularly set, but for Fargo Davies on a little bit of a rotation. Paginante fortunate to get that one over on the third, and they'll take full advantage of it with the kill. An ace now for the Eagles as we're up 6-3 after the ace here by Lockway. Leah's second one of the match. First here of set number 4 as Lockway will come on again for the serve. And another ace here for Lockway. We'll see if a timeout is awarded here to Fargo South, and it is. Peyton Waitlinger wants to talk it over with her Bruins. It's 7-3 Eagles here in the fourth set on your live event.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
As we continue here in the fourth set, still to come once we get to our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show, we'll get to hear from a victorious player or coach or maybe both. Also, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and we'll get to our RDK Enterprises precision play or plays of the match. And I think the rallies have definitely been part of it right now. A 12-0 run to start set number one, a 9-0 run to start set number two. The first set by Fargo Davies, the second set by Fargo South. Service here by Lockway. This one tight at the net. Jackson unable to get that one across. And it's now 8-3 here for the Eagles. 5-0 rally right now. 5-0 run, by Fargo Davies. As Lockway will continue to serve. This one comes into the middle. Able to get it over is Jackson. Horner there with the cover. This one to the outside, and that's going to be a kill there for Derringer. Emil Derringer makes it now 9-3 Eagles, and Fargo South already used one of their timeouts, so Peyton Wangleitner doesn't want to have to use that second if they can get something going here in a service error. The first here by Fargo Davies in this set. Service for the Bruins and Emma Dalby. As Dalby will come on here for Fargo South. Little running jump serve, and Dalby is going to earn the ace. So Dalby has her first ace of the set, her third of the contest, and Fargo South now trails it by 4. Dalby at 6 foot, a senior here. A lot of coaches will be glad to see her leave. Being a tough matchup on the volleyball court. Backs it on the way. Derringer, Dalby with the dig. This one comes and able to get over on the third then by guard. Horner to the outside here for Fargo Davies, and a kill. Fallon Paginante able to get her second kill of the set. And Fargo Davies doubling up now, Fargo South. Service is going to be Lalich here for Fargo Davies. Trying to snap that 5-match win streak here of Fargo South. Bruins won 5 straight coming into play tonight. Dalby with the tip. Fargo South goes to the outside 10-foot line, able to get it pushed over on the third. Jackson outside here to guard, and that'll be off the block for the kill. Guard earns the kill here for the Bruins. Service upcoming here into the back, as this will be with Jackson on the serve. Both centers have had a really good night, whether it's been Horner for Fargo Davies or Jackson here for Fargo South. And right on cue, Jackson gets the ace. Jackson, her second ace of the night. Assist after assist after assist, and Jackson will continue to come on and serve. This one a knuckler. Seiler is there. Horner to the outside. This one through the block, and they're going to say there was touch at the net. And a kill upcoming here for Fargo Davies on the outside. Service then by Fallon Paginante here. She comes to the service line for the Eagles. Fargo Davies, little 4-5-0 rally or run right now could really put some pressure here on Fargo South. This one going down the middle after they hit. Outside here by Seiler. Able to hit the ribbon. Left-handed attempt there by guard to keep it going. Fargo Davies tight at the net. This one with Seiler, and that one is going to be a lift called here on Fargo Davies, and the Bruins will take the point. Service upcoming here for Fargo South, and Genevieve Guard. This one will come to the outside here, trying to get that one over. With Seiler, tipped in by Dolby. Horner is there. Fargo Davies to the outside with Seiler. Hawley with the dig. This one coming through the double block. Rally continues with Abel. Horner sets up Seiler for the kill. Seiler earns the kill there for Fargo Davies. It's now 12-8 Eagles. As Fargo Davies will have it with Langang here as she switched to the libero spot in the third set where her and Lawlich switched positions. And that'll be the ace. Putting her foot on the line for Fargo South was Abel. Then it hits Abel's shoe for the ace. Langang will have her second ace of the night. Service upcoming here. This one down the line. Set up. This one through the double block after the hit there by Abel. Pushed over then by Paginante. This one set up outside again. That's going to be the kill here for Fargo South. And Abel earns the kill. Fargo South wanted a lift prior to that. Nothing was granted. It's now 13-9 Davies. Service upcoming here with Hawley. So goes down the line. Eagles. The 10-foot line able to get it over. Bruins working with it now. This one with Dalby to the back. Fargo Davies with Seiler for the kill. Seiler starting to come alive here in this fourth set as the Eagles now lead it 14-9. Service coming here with Horner. Horner with the running jump serve. This one to the middle. Set up. That's going to be a good hit on the way for Fargo South with Dalby. Kept alive by the Eagles. Hitting one into the net, though. Unfortunate there for Seiler. And the point is awarded to Fargo South. In this set, tied at 3, but since then, Fargo Davies has held anywhere from a 5-point to where they're at now, a 3-point advantage, up by 1 as well at a particular time. Eagles the outside. Derringer blocked at the net by Dalby, and the Bruins now with back-to-back points. San Fargo South led in this fourth set was 2-1. Set number 3 went to Fargo Davies, 25-22 to get them out in front here in this EDC volleyball match. Midway point of the season for these clubs with the FM Metro tournament looming around the corner here next weekend. 15-11 now Eagles after Lockway earns the kill. Davies 10 points away from taking this volleyball match. Service here. Dugout in the back. Fargo South back set on the way. This one coming cross court after they hit there by Dalby. Fargo South able to bump this one over then on the third. Coming here for Fargo South outside through the double block after they hit there by Abel. Abel back at the 10-foot line for an opportunity for the kill. South with the side out here. And if you're Davies, you just can't put away Fargo South. And if you're Fargo South, you just haven't been able to get on that 4 or 5 point run consistently to try to tie this one up. Which one is going to win here in this fourth set? Corner back set, bumped over. And they will be a lift violation here, or the double hit, excuse me. It's now 15-13 Bruins, trailing it by 2. So the Eagles see that deficit by Fargo South Creek down at 2. This one is hit, and that'll be out of play. And the Bruins now 1 point away from tying it up at 15 apiece. Might we get 5 sets here tonight? Fargo South needs to win this set to get to 5. Little running jump serve here. Corner set up middle. Lockway through the block for the kill. Lockway with the kill there for Fargo Davies. And now the Eagles lead it by 2. Coach Olson with 2 timeouts remaining for Coach Peyton Wingleitner. She's got 1 left in her back pocket. Service here by Lockway. This one will come to the back with Chalo there for the dig. Backs it on the way. Dalby. And that's going to be a kill. Just unfortunate there for Fargo Davies where Barth and Paginante were there. Bart just went right in front of Fallon to hit that one. And now the point goes to Fargo Davies. Up by one. Well, the point does go to Fargo South. Service here with Dalby. This one coming in the back. Langan calls everybody off and able to get it over on the third was Paginante. This one to the outside, pushed over. And a point here for Fargo South as we're tied at 16 apiece. First tie since it was 3-3 here in the fourth set. Service here for Fargo South. We'll continue with Dalby. Now we'll go to the back row here. Back set Derringer to the back row. Wachala there to keep it going. Chasing it down as Fargo South. They're able to get it over then on the third. Fargo South has to try to reset. They're able to do so, and Jackson earns the kill. Mark that one down as Jackson nearly ran into the scores table. And then when it's back on their side for South, able to earn the point here. Might be our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game if the Bruins can come back here in this one. Jackson, back set, Dalby, corner. This one comes across. Jackson, outside. Going to be blocked at the net, and a block upcoming here for Fargo Davies. We're tied at 17 apiece. Fargo South wanted to lift. Nothing was given by our officials, and the serve upcoming here with Emma Lalich. Lalich on here for the Eagles. This will be to the back, tied at the net here with Jackson. Outside on the way, and gets the kill here for Fargo South. This will be with guard. She's had herself a really nice evening. Said a lot of Malo, said a lot of guard. Dalby and Jackson here. And Jackson on to serve for the Bruins. As Jackson will come on here. This one into the back. Fargo Davies looking for the dump with Horner. Fargo South outside here. This one on the ribbon. Did it hit a touch? And they're going to say there was no touch at the net after they hit by guard. So the point is going to go to Fargo Davies. Tied at 18 apiece. Here comes Fargo Davies now on to serve with Paginante. The show come on here for Fargo Davies with the Eagles. And Bruins up at 18, tied at 18 apiece. This one able to get over on the third, and there is going to be a hit. Yes, there is after the kill by guard. Bruins now 6 point away. Kind of like pulling teeth here in the fourth set. Which team wants to get on a run and kind of put this set to a close? South needs it to force set number 5. Fargo Davies gets it over on the third. Malo winds up through the double block. Fargo Davies outside here. Seiler to the back. There was touch. And it's now tied at 19 apiece. So Fargo Davies gets the kill, and coming on will be Langang to serve for the Eagles. This one down the line. Fargo South to the outside here, cross court. This one gets pushed over, out of play by Horner, and Fargo South now leads it 20-19. Fargo South on to serve with Amelia Hawley. Hawley comes on here, hits one into the net. 6 service there for Fargo South here tonight. And it's now 20 apiece. Service on the way here for Horner. And those can be rally killers. And that one into the net. Horner on to serve. Going to be short. Jackson sets up Dolby, blocked at the net. Pauly is there. This one able to get over with Abel. Horner bumps it over on the third. Fargo South using this one at the 10-foot line is Abel again in for the kill. Abel's 5th kill of the set, and now the Bruins are up by 1. Machala on to serve here for Fargo South. Was able to come across. Fargo Davies outside Lockway for the kill. Leo Lockway here evens the matchup now at a tie. Davies looking for the 2-point win here at home. Fargo South trying to win their 6th straight match here tonight. Service. And the service error by Davies, just their 2nd. It's now 22-21. Bruins. Serve continues now for Fargo South. Horner with the bump, 10-foot line across, doesn't get over. And the Bruins lead it by 2. Davies with 2 timeouts remaining if they want to use them here with Coach Carolyn Olson. And she'll break, we'll break with them. Fargo South up by 2 here late in the 4th set on your live.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
A reminder, coming up here in the month of October and going on now throughout the weekends, it's the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch at the Red River Valley Fair. You can check out their website and social media pages for updates regarding special events and weather. There's everything from pumpkin bowling, cornhole, kit, straw bale, and a corn maze as well. Check out the Valley Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch at the Red River Valley Fair. For more information, go to redrivervalleyfair.com. 23-21, Fargo South against the Fargo Davies Eagles as the Bruins will be on a serve. Matichik will be on here. Here for the Fargo South Bruins. 2-point edge. This one comes across. Horner sets it up, backs it. Derringer with the tip and kill. 23-22 Bruins. Service here for Lockway and Fargo Davies. And she'll come on for the serve. This one with Jackson, backs it on the way. Dalby, Horner sprawls out, able to get this one over. Fargo South will use it. Dalby a second crack at it and unwinds and delivers. Set point here for Fargo South to try to get to set number 5. Service here for Dalby. 24-22. Serve upcoming here. Fargo South Horner into the back. Derringer blocked at the net by Malo, and that'll wrap it up for set number 4. Set number 4, 25-22, Fargo South. The 5th set is coming up next on your live event.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community. One that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. With the Hope Golf Course, you can enjoy your personal time in town. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
As we come back here for our first class mortgage set recap, set number 4 goes to Fargo South 25-22. In that set, Fargo Davies got up early, got up much as up to 9-3, 11-8, 13-9. But Fargo South came back and tied it at 16 apiece. Then the play that flipped it was Madison Jackson almost went out and hit the scores table almost by trying to save a point. And that was on a second hit. And then as it came back, she was able to spike it and put the match on the point and the hit there for Fargo South. And as we said, that might very well be our RDK Enterprises Precision play of the game. But that first class mortgage set recap, if it wasn't for the hustle by Madison Jackson, not sure if we would be where we are right now, where Fargo South and Fargo Davies right now tied here in this fifth set. As the Fargo South fans looking to get their 6th straight win of the season, but more importantly, get a conference win over Fargo Davies as well. And if they can do so, they'll improve to 10-2 in the conference and 12-4 overall. On the opposite side for Fargo Davies, a win here tonight would even things up and make it a lot bunched more of a conference, where South would drop to 8-4 then, and Davies would improve to 8-3 if the Eagles could win in conference play. So a win here by Fargo Davies, they would have own the head-to-head season record, but also they would get a half game up here on the standings after play here tonight. Service here by Horner. This one goes into the back, tied at the net with Jackson. Outside upcoming here through the block, and be unable to go over after the hit by Fargo South with Abel, and the point is awarded to Fargo Davies. Rally scoring again, win by 2. First one to 15 here in this fifth set. Takes it if you win by 2. So Davies with the early lead here with Horner on to serve. This will come all the way to the back. Jackson is there, set up middle. Dalby for the kill. And it's 1 apiece. This fifth set, every point becomes so much more valuable. Both teams will have 2 timeouts, and you see something going against you early. Sometimes in sets 1 through 4, you'll try to allow your team to work out of it. But in the fifth set, you're going to try to make sure you take a timeout and take any situations as best you can. As this one comes across, and South earns the kill with Abel. Abel's had herself a really good match as well. Olivia Abel, the 5'9" senior. She's had a really good match. Dalby Jackson here for the Bruins tonight. Corner set up middle, Lockway, and that'll be a kill for Leah. Leah continues to come alive here in sets 3, 4, and now in 5 here for the Eagles, as it's a 2-2 contest. Seiler comes on to serve here for Fargo Davies. As she does, this one goes into the back. Fargo South to the outside here, cross court on the hit. This will be able to get that one over, but they're going to call a lift here on Horner, and the point is awarded to Fargo South. It's now 3-2 Bruins. Service here for Fargo South as they'll come on. Yep. This one in the back. Paginante able to get that one over on the third. Jackson, middle. Dalby for the kill. Four to 2 Bruins. Fargo South nearly halfway there. Service here, and the ace for Nina. 5 to 2 Bruins. Serve upcoming here for Fargo South. Paginante, Horner, back to Paginante, cross court. This one going to be blocked at the net. Lockway with the block of Dalby. Lockway, as you said, really coming alive, and we saw it right there. 5 to 3 after the hit. And more importantly for Fargo Davies, and get the serve with Leah. This goes to the back. Fargo South with the bump. This one across. Paginante for the kill. Give the assist to Derringer that time for Fargo Davies, and the Eagles have a chance to tie it up at 5 apiece. Serve upcoming here for Lockway. Able to get that one over. Fargo South backs it on the way. This one cross court on the hit by Dalby. Fargo Davies will have a chance here with Seiler to get over on the third. Fargo South middle with Dalby again. This one high into the rafters. And a point awarded to Fargo South. Dalby with another kill. Service here with Dalby will continue for the Bruins. This one to the back right corner. Fargo Davies unable to get that one over the net, and a 4-hit count. And Fargo South now nearly halfway home from taking this volleyball match. Dalby will continue to serve here for the Bruins. This one to the back row. Set up Horner. Derringer unable to get that one over, and now Fargo South is doubling up Fargo Davies. Bruins on to serve. Again, a win here for South will get them to 10-2 in the EDC, and one step closer to being a top 4 team in the conference once we get to that tournament. Dalby hits that one into the net. 7th service air here for Fargo South tonight. And for the Eagles, they'll come on here for Lalich to serve. Eagles down by 3 right now. On to serve with Lalich. This one goes with Hawley. Jackson coming around that slide is Malo. Cross court. Lane gang is there. Outside Paginante. This one will be out of play, and South earns the point. Bruins will come on to serve here with Jackson, as Fargo South leads it now 9-5. Service here. This one will come across. Trying to get it over by Horner. Unable to do so. They will say it was a touch at the net. Rally continues for Fargo South. Davies has to get it over on the third with Seiler. They do. It was not out. Middle upcoming here for Malo. Davies to the outside now to Paginante through the block. Kept alive by Malo. Jackson then hits one into the net, and the point will go to Fargo Davies. Fargo South is going to ask to see if they can possibly change anything, or if there might have been a call from either judge here with one of their captains, and Genevieve Guard coming on to talk things over with the head official to talk about either if there was a 4-hit or if it went out of play on the far side. Carolyn Olson coming across now, making sure Fargo Davies is in the right rotation. And now it's going to be serve upcoming here for Fargo Davies, and head coach Peyton Wagenleitner also wants to make sure that there is an explanation granted to her before we get going here. very big point because it would be 10-5 South with the serve. Instead, now it's a 9-6 game, and Davies with the serve. After everything is good to go here, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining as well. Davies will come on with Paginate here for the Eagles. Hawley with the ding in the back. Jackson set up outside here through the double block, kept alive then by the hit by guard. Back set on the way. Fargo Davies. Seiler outside, blocked at the net. Seiler keeps it going though. This is going to be tight. Jackson set up outside, tipped on the way for the kill for guard. Guard pulled a change up that time for Fargo South, and the Bruins now lead it by 4. 4 points away from taking this volleyball match. Serve upcoming here for the Fargo South Bruins in Genevieve Guard. Guard on the serve for the ace for Fargo South. 11-6 Bruins. And Fargo South 4 points away right now with the serve here for guard. And looking for that second straight ace. It's the top of the net there, then off of Lalich. Fargo South will set up middle. Malo off of Langang for the kill. Malo gets the kill for Fargo South, and there's a timeout on the floor upcoming here for Fargo Davies. Will break as well. South 3 points away from earning a 5-set win at Davies tonight on your live event.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com.
As we come back here, Fargo South 12-6 over Fargo Davies in this 5th set. Malo saved one of her best kills and, well, spikes for last there as the block was unable to get up quick enough. And then in the back row there, Lalich almost hit that one for a facial. And now Fargo South up by 6 here late in the 5th set. Davies won set 1 and set 3. South set 2 and set 4. The Eagles right now will need a rally coming here, and they will need a side out quickly with a service of Genevieve Guard. Guard on with the running jump serve here, the back left. Fargo Davies middle, able to get it over then on the third hit. Jackson, Malo, tip and kill. Make it now 13-6, Fargo South. Guard will continue to serve. Fargo South lost a volleyball match earlier this season in 5 sets to North, trying to avenge that a little bit differently here in a 5-set match. But now to Fargo Davies, and Seiler says not so fast with the kill there to give Davies the side out, but more importantly, the serve upcoming for the Eagles. They will need some good serves by Kate Langang, so far with 2 aces tonight for the Eagles. Service here by Fargo Davies. This one will be at the 10-foot line, able to get that one over on the cross-court hit. This one coming over on the dump then by Horner. In the back, Hawley able to push it over for the third. Setting up Lockway for the kill. Davies now will continue to serve with Langang. I want to try to continue to feed the middle there of Lockway. She's really had herself a really good back end of this volleyball match here for Fargo Davies. Service will continue. This one will come across. Bruins to the middle. Malo with the tip. Covered by Lalick. Able to get over then on the second by Lockway. Bump by Hawley outside. Here across court on the hit there by Abel. Joust at the net. One by Malo. It's 14-8 Fargo South. And match point upcoming for the sophomore libero in Amelia Hawley. Hawley with the running jump serve. Lawlick is there. This one comes to middle. Lockway with the tip, able to get just over the net. Then Horner keeps it going. And there's going to be a point awarded to here for Fargo Davies. Saying that it hit the side of the pole, but out of play. And it will go to Fargo Davies for the points. So Davies on to serve here with Horner continues. This one coming middle. Dalby back right, out of play. There is no touch at the net. Now 14-10. Fargo South. It was 14-8. Trimmed by 2 points here for the Eagles. As Horner continues to serve. This one going to be short. This one teed up for Lockway. Hawley's there to keep it alive. Unable to bump it over. And we'll get a timeout here by Peyton Wegleitner here on your live event. We'll keep it here. 3 straight points by Fargo Davies forces South to call one of their 2 timeouts in this 5th set. Tied at 2, and then South got on a rally, got up 7-4, 9-5, 12-6, 13-6, but since it's been 13-6, Fargo Davies with a 5-1 run right now, and Horner will continue to serve after this timeout. The Eagles will need 3 better serves continuing here by Horner to try to get to 14-14 bare minimum. If it's unable to do that by Horner to get to the service line 3 more times, South will win in 5 here tonight and pick up the 2-point Eastern Dakota Conference victory. Other matches this evening that we'll continue to keep you apprised of once we get to our post-game show. You had North at Grand Forks Central, Shanley at Cheyenne, Horace at Valley City in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Tonight, the non-region games, Thompson at Grand Forks Red River and Devils Lake at Turtle Mountain. Also, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Play of the Game brought to you in part by RDK Enterprises. Still to come, our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. Corner to serve. Fargo South. This will set up middle. Dalby blocked at the net. Jackson outside. Abel blocked at the net. Oh, the block party coming out here for Fargo Davies in this 5th set. Lockway was up front. You also had Derringer there. Corner to serve. This one in the back. That'll go off a guard. Guard able to bump it over then on the 3rd. Horner set up. Lockway. Kill. 14-13. Don't look now, but here comes the Eagles. Trailing at 13-6 in the 5th set. Horner to serve. Jackson. Dalby, tip and kill, and that'll do it. Fargo South wins the 5th set, 15-13. How apropos it was Emma Dalby, though, in this one, and a great EDC volleyball match here tonight that Fargo South takes in 5. 26-28, 25-9, 22-25, 25-22, and 15-13. Fargo South improves to 13-4 on the 12-4 on the season, 10-2 in conference play. Fargo Davies drops to 8-7 on the season and 6-5 in conference play. Fargo South now has won 6 straight matches here during this season. Again, your final, Fargo South picks it up 3-2. Our post-game show and player sound is next here on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
In a volleyball match that takes 2 hours and 1 minute, welcome to our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. For more information on Tommy's Express Car Wash, love your ride at Tommy's Express. Sign up in the app or on Google Play or the App Store for your first month of unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash part of your clean routine. With 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead, they've got the tools and the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out. Again, your final 3-2. Fargo South picks up the win over the Fargo Davies Eagles here tonight. Still to come, we'll get to our post-game show wrap with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Also, we'll hear from some of the particulars in this one as well. But with the win for Fargo South, they improve now to 10-2 in the conference. 3.5 games now over Fargo Davies. Davies will play next and Grand Forks against the Rough Riders on Thursday night. While on the opposite side for Fargo South, they will host the Wahpeton Huskies and then a chance to get to 12-2 in conference play. So that is what's coming up here for both teams still to come. When we take a break, we'll come back after this. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That's coming up next here on your Live. Let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this one for the Fargo South Bruins. Going to have to go with Emma Dalby. She finished with the game-winning tip kill in this one. Also finished in double digits with kills and a couple of aces. You can go a couple different ways, but Emma Dalby is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Energy for life. Learn more at Enbridge.com for career opportunities. That is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And for the Fargo Davies Eagles, their Enbridge Energy Player of the Game goes with Hallie Horner here for the Eagles. After our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, let's get to our RDK Enterprises preseason play of the game. Got to go back into that 4 set where, again, Madison Jackson nearly went out of the court. She almost ran into the scores table, and as she did, she saved the rally, and then she finished with a kill to, at that point, make it 17-16 Fargo South in the 4 set, where the Bruins came back and won it 25-22. That is our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. RDK Enterprises wishes you a safe harvest, and they thank you for your business. Go online to PrecisionDoc.com for more information on RDK Enterprise. When we come back after this, we'll hear from Emma Dalby, also Peyton Wingleitner here, a couple of particulars for the Fargo South Bruins. When we come back after this on your Live.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. With the Hope Golf Course, you can enjoy your personal time in town. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
we come back here on our post-game show, joining us now is Fargo South. That is middle hitter and Emma Dolby, the senior. Emma, first and foremost, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You get down early in set number one. You keep your composure. You force Fargo Davies to really work for set number one, a really good second set. What did you just kind of find maybe late in set number one that you kind of kept with you throughout the rest of this volleyball match?
Our defense really got up, and I feel like that's really important. Our blocks were there, so that helped us. We just need to push more in the beginning.
For you, when you have a setter like Madison Jackson able just to kind of put it on a tee for you guys, you come on that slide as well. What is it like just having trust and confidence in her when you're at the net that you know you're probably going to get set a good one to have a chance to get
It's
it?
amazing. I love it. She's such a great setter. So
For you, Tegan Malo as well, the nice outside today. You also had on the outside with Abel. Also, you had a guard. When you can get going with so many players, what does that do for your team in terms of making it just multifaceted?
we gain a lot of trust in each other, so that just helps us.
You got your 6th straight win here.
Yeah.
What's working well for you guys right now? What do you hope to keep carrying over against Wapaton on Thursday?
A lot of talking and communication and just having trust in each other.
Final thing for you, what's it like playing with this team this season? You guys already now 12 wins on this season, your 10th EDC conference win. What is it like that's just continuing to build and build and build here throughout the year for you, Emma?
I love it because it's been such a long time since we've been up there with the big dogs, so
it's perfect. It'll be fun to see you guys continue to play throughout the rest of the year. Best of luck on Thursday night against Wapaton.
Thank you.
That again is senior Emma Dolby. We'll let her get off the headsets here, and we'll bring in the head coach and Peyton Wegleitner right now as we continue here on our post-game show. Congratulations again, Emma, on the win for that one. As we bring Peyton in now, and Peyton, first and foremost, congratulations as well on the win for you guys in particular. As a coach, you never want to go down 12 rip to start a volleyball match, and
that we do not.
What was something that you just kind of learned from your team though in that particular setting, going down 12-0, coming all the way back to get it past 25-25? Yeah, you come up short in set number one, but what'd you kind of take from your team after building yourself such a big hole?
We have talks all the time that they know that nothing is out of their reach. They're a team that is capable of anything. And we were down the same against West Fargo. We were down 10 points too, and it's just all about us staying composed and steady with each other and understanding that it might not be going our way at that moment, but if we work hard enough, we can get it to come around. And they did the same thing in that set. So I was happy to see them come through. We came up 2 points short, which was tough, but their resilience and their grind continues to grow, and that's what's going to take them far in the long run.
What is Emma Dolby, the player that we just got done talking to, what does she provide for this year's team as a senior?
Yeah, so she's been starting since she's a freshman. She's a senior captain this year. Kids really look up to her. She's a phenomenal leader. She brings intensity to every match. She's one of those kids that I can look at and know that she's going to lead us no matter what situation we're in. She's going to lead through passion, and she's going to carry those kids. So
I kind of was saying in the broadcast, it's not just a one-headed monster. Yeah, we know Jackson can be a really good setter, Dolby, but you got guard. You're able to get Abel on the outside as well, Malo, and then you just kind of add in a couple pieces in the back row. When you're able to get that going as you did here tonight, how fun is that as a coach to just kind of see that on the floor for 5 sets here?
Oh, I love it. I love to just sit back, watch them do their thing. I always tell them if I coach you well enough in practice, I don't have to do too much in a game. So I wasn't maybe doing too much coaching from the sideline tonight as much as just bringing the intensity because it's so much fun to watch them. But I love those kids and they're doing a great job. So it's just phenomenal to watch them.
Obviously, as a coach, you like to win in 3 if possible. But when you find yourself down, you know, okay, it's going to 4. Okay, now it's going to 5. What did you learn from your team top to finish in this 2-hour volleyball match? Getting down early, but finishing it off in the style that your team was able to finish it off here, Peyton.
Yeah, something that we haven't had in the past is resilience and just the ability to grind it out. And when everything's kind of seemingly going wrong and everything's going right for the other side, you just have to stay composed and stay patient. And that's exactly what they did. And they took it 1 point at a time. Our slogan this year is it's all in, and it just means all in together all the time. It takes every single person, and they're adhering right to it, and they're sticking with it. So they're doing a great job.
Final thing for you, we're past the midway point now of the season. I know the Fargo Metro, kind of a lot of people circle that as a midway point upcoming here in a week and a half. But for you particularly, what's been working here the last 3 weeks in terms of 6 straight wins? You're able to beat Fargo Davies. You got Wahpeton, another big 2-point match to continue to climb the EDC standings. But what's been working here for your club, do you think, Peyton, for the last 3-4 weeks here to get in this groove that you're in right now?
Yeah, I'm going to go back again to that, just that resilience. These kids bust their butts every single day in practice, and they're never complacent, and they're just continuing. They've got sights on the end goal, but they're taking it one game at a time, and that continues to push them farther every single day.
Hey, Peyton, thanks so much for your time. It was fun watching a 5-set volleyball match here tonight in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and best of luck throughout the rest of this season.
Thank you.
Peyton Wingleitner here with us on the postgame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a bow on this one when we return on your live event.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Again, your final 3-2 Fargo South over the Fargo Davies, over the Fargo South Bruins here. As we mentioned, our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game went to Madison Jackson here in this one, as they were able to have a good 4-set there. Our Enbridge Energy player of the game went to Emma Dalby, and this again is our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. For more information, you can download the Google Play app or App Store and get a first month on unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash part of your clean routine. So with the win for Fargo South, now 12-4 in the season, 10-2 in the conference. As we mentioned, games with Wahpeton on Thursday, then home to Red River next week, and the Fargo Metro Invitational. For Fargo Davies, they dropped to 8-7 and 6-5 in the conference. Games to come on Thursday at Red River, 2-point match, then hosting Devils Lake for a 2-point match next week before the Fargo Moorhead Metro Invitational as well on October the 7th and October the 8th. Fargo South wins it 3-2 here tonight against Fargo Davies. On behalf of Jake Watroba, I'm Chase Miller. Thank you very much for tuning in to high school athletics tonight. It was a barn burner at Fargo Davies, but a lot of fun to see as well. That does it for our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. For more information, go online to yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com for upcoming games throughout the Red River Valley for high school athletics.